Who would win if the USA and Russia went to war? This question is a difficult one. It is also a very frightening one to consider. The shortest answer is simple. In a full-scale nuclear conflict, nobody truly wins. Everyone on the planet loses. Even in a conventional non-nuclear war, the costs would be staggering. Cities would suffer immense damage. People would endure terrible hardship. This countdown is designed to share facts in a clear and calm manner. It will compare the power, the money, the land, the alliances. The language will remain simple and direct. This analysis will not advocate for war. Instead, it will carefully illustrate why peace remains the most valuable victory of all. We will count down from 10 to 1, examining the critical factors that define national strength. At number 10, we examine the human element, population and people power. A nation's strength begins with its citizens. They are the soldiers, the workers, the scientists, and the innovators who fuel the entire state apparatus. The United States has a population of approximately 335 million people. It is a relatively young and notably diverse nation, constantly refreshed by waves of immigration. This demographic reality provides a large and dynamic workforce, a substantial middle class that drives consumption, and a deep well of talent for its world-class universities and technology sectors. In comparison, the Russian Federation has a population of around 145 million people. Russia is a vast nation with a powerful sense of national pride and a long, storied history. Its people have demonstrated incredible resilience through immense historical challenges. The country boasts a strong tradition of excellence in engineering and the hard sciences. However, its population is, on average, older than that of the United States, and it faces demographic headwinds including brain drain of skilled professionals. At number 9 is the engine of all national power, the economy and industrial base. War is an incredibly expensive enterprise, and a nation's ability to fund and supply its military is paramount. The United States possesses the largest economy in the world by a significant margin. Its financial system is characterized by deep and liquid capital markets, allowing the government to borrow vast sums of money at relatively low costs. It is home to a majority of the world's largest multinational corporations, spanning technology, finance, manufacturing, and services. Russia's economy is also substantial, primarily driven by its immense natural resources. It is a world leader in the production and export of oil, natural gas, and minerals like nickel, palladium, and aluminum. However, its economy has been significantly impacted by international sanctions. The importance of this economic disparity cannot be overstated. Money and industrial capacity are the fuel that makes the war engine run. At number 8, we assess a factor that powers both economies and militaries: energy and natural resources. Modern warfare is mechanized and energy-intensive. A nation's ability to secure its own fuel and raw materials is a fundamental strategic advantage. The United States is a global energy superpower. Thanks to the shale revolution, it has become one of the world's top producers of crude oil and natural gas. It also possesses vast reserves of coal and a large fleet of nuclear power plants, creating a diverse and resilient energy mix. Russia is, in its own right, an energy giant. It holds some of the largest proven reserves of natural gas and oil on the planet. For decades, it has been a primary supplier of energy to Europe and other parts of the world, using this leverage as a key tool of foreign policy. Recent sanctions have forced Russia to find new markets. The strategic implication of this factor is clear. The greater flexibility and global market access of the United States provide a slight strategic advantage. At number 7 on our countdown is geography, the physical stage upon which all history unfolds. You see, the location, size, and features of a country profoundly shape its security and strategic outlook. The United States enjoys one of the most favorable geographic positions of any major power in the world. It is bordered by two vast oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific, which act as enormous protective moats. Its land neighbors, Canada to the north and Mexico to the south, are friendly and pose no conventional military threat. This geographic isolation makes a large-scale land invasion of the American homeland almost impossible. Russia, by contrast, has a geography that is both a great strength and a significant vulnerability. It is the largest country in the world by land area, granting it immense strategic depth. An invading army would have to cross vast, often unforgiving plains and face the infamous Russian winter. However, Russia shares long land borders with 14 different countries, including several NATO members. The United States is, for all intents and purposes, an island fortress. Its primary military challenge is projecting power across the oceans, not defending its own territory from a peer competitor. Coming in at number 6 is a crucial force multiplier: allies and partnerships. In modern geopolitics, no great power acts entirely alone. A network of allies provides military bases, shared intelligence, combined economic weight, political legitimacy on the world stage. The United States sits at the center of the most extensive and powerful system of alliances in history. Its cornerstone is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, a mutual defense pact that includes 32 member states. An attack on one is considered an attack on all. Beyond NATO, the United States maintains deep partnerships in the Pacific, including major allies like Japan, South Korea, Australia. Russia's network of formal allies is considerably smaller. Its most significant military alliance is the Collective Security Treaty Organization, the CSTO, which includes former Soviet states. Russia has also cultivated strategic partnerships with countries like Iran. More consequentially, it has developed a no-limits partnership with China. The disparity in alliance networks represents one of the most significant advantages for the United States. The sheer scale and integration of the US-led alliance system give it a decisive edge. At number 5, we turn to the forces that seize and hold territory. Land forces. This includes the army, its soldiers, tanks, artillery, the logistical systems that sustain them. The United States Army is a highly professional, all-volunteer force. In terms of raw troop numbers, it is smaller than the Russian army. However, its key strengths lie in its advanced training, cutting-edge technology, and unparalleled logistics. U.S. ground units are equipped with modern main battle tanks, sophisticated artillery systems, and attack helicopters. Its command and control systems are highly networked, allowing for superior situational awareness. The Russian army is built on a different model, emphasizing mass and a large reserve force that can be mobilized in times of war. It possesses one of the largest fleets of tanks and artillery pieces in the world, a legacy of Soviet military doctrine designed for large-scale land warfare. The central debate in military analysis often revolves around quality versus quantity. The technological and logistical advantages of U.S. land forces would likely prove decisive over time. At number 4, we look to the skies and the seas, the domains of air and sea power. Control of these realms allows a nation to project force across the globe, protect trade routes, strike targets from a safe distance. The United States possesses the largest and most technologically advanced air force in the world. This includes a massive fleet of advanced fighter jets like the F-22 and F-35 long-range strategic bombers, and an unparalleled number of support aircraft including tankers for aerial refueling, AWACS command and control planes, and massive cargo planes for logistics. These are the crucial enablers that give the U.S. Air Force global reach. The United States Navy is, by tonnage, the largest navy in the world, centered on 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. Mobile air bases deployable anywhere on Earth. The U.S. Navy also operates destroyers, cruisers, and amphibious assault ships. Its submarine force, all nuclear-powered, provides stealthy intelligence gathering and long-range strike capability. A global network of bases lets the U.S. sustain operations in every major ocean. Russia also maintains capable air and naval forces, but they are much smaller globally. In a contest for the oceans and skies, U.S. air and sea power delivers overwhelming advantage. At number 3, we enter the invisible battlefields of the 21st century, space and cyberspace. These domains have become indispensable to modern military operations, affecting communication, navigation, intelligence, precision targeting. The United States has a commanding lead in the space domain. It operates the global positioning system, upon which the entire world depends for navigation and timing. It also possesses vast networks of satellites for communication, signals, intelligence, high-resolution imagery. This space-based architecture provides unparalleled situational awareness. The private U.S. space sector, with companies like SpaceX, adds resilience and rapid innovation. Russia also has a long history as a spacefaring nation, having launched the first satellite and human into orbit. It maintains its own satellite navigation system, GLONASS, and significant space capabilities. Russia has invested heavily in counterspace technologies, including anti-satellite weapons and jammers. In cyberspace, Russia is widely regarded as a highly capable actor. It has a strong tradition in electronic warfare, focusing on jamming enemy communications and GPS signals. While the U.S. has a clear lead, Russia's skill in disruptive tactics makes this domain highly contested. At number 2, we arrive at the single most important factor: Nuclear deterrence. This is the ultimate backstop that prevents direct war. The United States and Russia each possess vast nuclear arsenals with thousands of warheads. These weapons are deployed across a nuclear triad designed to guarantee retaliation even after a surprise first strike. Land-based ICBMs in hardened silos, submarine-launched ballistic missiles in the depths of the ocean, strategic bombers capable of delivering nuclear bombs and cruise missiles. The United States is undergoing modernization of its nuclear triad, the most survivable leg, providing assured second strike capability. The core principle is deterrence, maintaining a force so powerful that no adversary would launch a nuclear attack. The certainty of devastating retaliation maintains the nuclear peace. Russia also maintains a robust, modernizing nuclear triad with new delivery systems and hypersonic weapons. This creates a high-stakes environment where any major conflict risks nuclear escalation. This factor is the great equalizer, the no-win layer of the competition. In a full-scale nuclear exchange, there is no victor. Major cities in both countries destroyed in minutes. Global supply chains collapse, radioactive fallout and nuclear winter cause planetary catastrophe, leading to famine and the breakdown of civilization, which is why direct war has never happened. At number 1, we reach the most decisive factor: will, time, and cost. War is not just a contest of steel and technology, it is a brutal test of endurance and resolve. The winner is often the side that can sustain the fight, repairing equipment and training new soldiers. It is a measure of a society's resilience and its leaders' ability to articulate a cause worth fighting for. The United States can fund long, costly conflicts through its massive economy and its ability to borrow on global markets. Its alliance network can share the burden. However, as a democracy, public support is essential and can fluctuate. It can erode over time as casualties mount and economic costs become clear to voters. The American public has shown low tolerance for long wars, requiring constant justification. Russia's history has imbued its people with high tolerance for hardship, national pride, and powerful narratives. The state has significant control over media and information, allowing it to shape opinion. However, even this resilience has limits. Prolonged war places immense strain on population and economy. Over time, the human and economic toll creates pressure within the system. So, who would win? In a nuclear war, there is no winner. The world loses. In conventional war, the US holds clear advantages in economic power, global projection, air and sea dominance, and alliances. However, the word win would be hollow. The cost in lives, treasure, and global stability would be catastrophic for all. Real strength is demonstrated not by waging war, but by having the wisdom and fortitude to prevent it.